Hey everybody, Bam McCooey here, and today I have a special treat. I have behind me the 2023 Land Rover Defender 110 with the supercharged V8 in it. I always hear that Land Rover is the perfect combination of capability, off-roading, and luxury all in one package. Well, today we're going to test that out and see what she's got. Come on, let's go. All right, everybody, ready to take a ride in this Defender, see what she's got. I was really excited when I got the opportunity to review. I've never reviewed Range Rover before. Some people love them, heard some people hate them, and everywhere in between. I wanted to get in this and test it out myself. So this does have the air suspension in it. It's adjustable. Right now I'm in comfort mode, and pretty soon we'll change that to dynamic mode. Sitting in this, I mean, it feels like a midsize SUV. I like how midsize SUVs feel. They're not too big, they're not too small. Usually just about right for me. One of the things I have kind of noticed is, you know, this does really blend off-road ruggedness with luxury. I mean, it really does. I mean, you got these rivets everywhere. You got this plastic, harder material, but yet right above it, you got soft leather. You got a camera system rearview mirror. You got a very nice, luxurious looking display on your infotainment center here that looks very good. I mean, it's like one of the nicest I've seen. But then you got extra storage, you got utilities out to yin yang, and you got Defender going across there, so it looks like a rugged off-road vehicle that can go through 30 inches of water, go up any mountain terrain, go up snow, mud, sand. I mean, you saw the drive modes I was putting it in earlier. There's not a lot of road noise. It soaks up the noise very well. Very smooth riding. And I still can't get over the Scintero steering wheel. I'll have to go back and look at the gas mileage. I think probably going to get around 16 or 17 in the city, maybe 19, 20 on the highway. It is boxy. It's not very aerodynamic. It does have the V8. I don't think that that's necessarily bad gas mileage. There are a lot of things that get a lot worse, but you know, that's just what I think. This particular Range Rover is used and does have a few miles on it, but it's basically brand new. I'll put a link to it in the description if you're interested. You can go to Century Automotive, Land Rover, and look at it there. But yeah, this is the first Land Rover I've ever driven, and I'm actually impressed. Now what I'm going to do, I've been in comfort. Now I'm going to, there is an eco, so you can get better gas mileage if you want. Okay, I put it in dynamic, and instantly the motor revved, and instantly it wanted to take off. So hope y'all can hear that engine. The quad exhaust does sound good, but they should be blacked out. The tips should be blacked. And I do like the wheels on this. I just wish they were more chrome black to match the mirrors and the window trim on the outside. I think that would be a better look, especially to go with this matte gray. And I really love this matte gray color. But like I said, this has a full sunroof, moonroof. It blends it. I have to admit, I've read a ton of reviews, and that's one of the things that came out about some of these Land Rovers is you've got a vehicle that will literally go through anything, but yet still has luxurious materials, a luxurious ride. Definitely comment below and let me know any of y'all have driven one, or what your experience has been with one. I'm interested. You can definitely feel the 461 pound-feet of torque. It wanted to push me back into my seat. I'm not going to do a draggy on this. I thought about it, but I'm not going to today. I mean, 5.1 seconds, 5.2 seconds, what you would probably get on the 60. think it does the quarter in like 13.3, maybe. Plenty fast enough, and it is torquey. You do feel it. That's how you do it. So I'm in dynamic, which is basically sports mode. And on the screen here, it's showing me vehicle stationary, foot off accelerator, press the brake. You saw the hold come up. And it has for low traction launch. It's like it's begging me to do a draggy on this. It's got a freaking launch control on a Land Rover. I think the price on this particular Land Rover is about 106 grand. Like I said, it's slightly used, but it's still, I mean, it's not a lot of miles. It's still a really good vehicle. It feels new. I don't think it's been put through the wears and tears of a lot of off-roading, especially down here in Alabama, unless they get a lot of money, but it won't be rock crawling or anything like that. We're going up, 7,000 foot mountaintops. I want to try to get a good pull here, getting on the highway, so we can really take off. Here we go. Yeah, she's got some get up and go. Did you hear the exhaust pop? It's awesome. It sounds amazing. I didn't completely just floor it. I kind of went into it a little easy and then just kept going into it. That felt really good. I mean, I've been in quicker vehicles, but this is quick enough. There's nothing wrong with this at all. A little bit more road noise on the highway, which is to be expected, but it's still not bad. They do a good job of muffling the sound. Right now we're cruising at about 62 miles an hour. Stretch of highway. Even in dynamic mode with the stiffer suspension, it's soaking it up. It's not, I'm hitting some of the bumps. It's a good riding vehicle, I'm not gonna lie. And I know in the past several years there's been some quality issues with Land Rover and Range Rover. Like I said, I spend 4 hours with the vehicle, so I can't comment on what it's going to do after 20, 30, 40,000 miles. So let's give it the business. That's awesome. Exhaust sounds amazing. It sounds really good. So the torque is definitely on the low end of the RPM range. As soon as I hit that gas, it was kind of like, which shocks me for 461 pound-feet of torque. I didn't think it would push me back. But then, as it gets going, the torque lets up a little bit, and I think the horsepower is more towards on the upper end of the RPM range, because then it really takes off, but there's not, a torque push, so to speak. So you can tell it's an off-road vehicle because you want that torque low, right? You want that initial thrust going out. And even in the dynamic mode, it doesn't change the torque curve. It makes the RPMs go up, obviously, in the gears, but it doesn't really change the torque curve. It's still pretty low torquing, because when I punched it, it was like, man, this feels a lot more than 461 pound-feet of torque. And then as we got up to speed, 40, 50, 60,
leveled off, you know, but the speed was still going up really well. I think I ended up getting up to like 85 or 90 just then. So yeah, glad I did that before the cops. I really probably should have hooked the draggy up to this and did a pull, since it's got a launch mode. So that's my bad, and I apologize for that. Next time I even have the inclination of it, I'm just going to go ahead and do it, whether it makes it in the long video or the short. That about wraps it up for the driving portion. I enjoy driving it. Drives really well. The dynamic mode, it's air suspension you can adjust. No, I'm thoroughly impressed. I'm glad I was able to review this today.
All right, everyone, the first thing you notice about the Defender is its aggressive stance. This isn't a super huge SUV. It's probably more of a mid-size, I would say a mid-size luxury SUV, but this thing is aggressive. You got Defender going across the hood, Land Rover badge here. Everything here is blacked out. This is a matte gray color on this particular one, and it's got the black accents, which I think look really good. Of course, here you got a grill sucking in fresh air for the turbo supercharged V8 with 518 horsepower, and we'll discuss that later. Here you see aggressive looking lines coming down the hood, and you have these textured plates here, which I think is a good look. They're gloss black, it's textured, it gives it a rugged look. Here you got your high LED functional headlights that turn as you turn, going around corners. Here you got your fixed fog lights. So overall, I think the front of this actually looks really good. It's aggressive looking, but yet it's also a sense of luxury to it. And I think that's going to be the theme throughout this particular vehicle as we go over the rest of it. Coming over the side, you got these massive 22-inch wheels with the Land Rover brake calipers here. You got these wheel wells, which is the color of the Defender itself. You have the functional heat extractor here that says Defender on it. You got your blacked out mirrors, blacked out surround going here. So the black looks good with the matte gray, in my opinion. Here you got your side steps. You got V8 here with gloss black running down. And of course, obviously you got your Land Rover badge here. It looks a little boxy, and normally I don't like boxy SUVs. I like more of the coupe style SUVs, but I do have to admit, in person, up close, I think this is a really good looking vehicle. Coming to the back, obviously you see your headlamps here, which we can light up here in a minute. You do have your tow hook. You got your quad exhaust tip. These are silver/chrome. I would like to see these blacked out to go with the rest of the blacked out package you got going on. So you got black going here for your spare tire. You got Defender going across here, I think is a good look. And yeah, I mean, overall, this looks good. You got your Land Rover mud flap. Let's see if the cargo space is locked. All right, here on your door, of course, you got storage here. Here you got Defender going across here. The storage is a little limited, and that's one of the knocks some people have had with the Defender, but I still think it's adequate. You got buttons here that can raise and lower the suspension as you need it. You got more hooks here. Looks like you got a medical kit here. You got outlets here and over on the other side as well. You even have like little windows up here for more sunlight, and we'll look at those when we review the inside. And you got this textured matte finish here, and also the seats will go down. So if you do need the extra storage, you can get it, just lay the seats down, but I don't see anything wrong with the storage capacity myself. All right, everybody, looking in here, look at these massive rivets here. The hard plastic, but yet it's got soft leather on top and right here. Of course, you got chrome here. Here's your speaker system. You do have the upgraded 14 speaker Meridian system here. Of course, there's your Defender side step. Coming in here, you do have very comfortable, almost an Alcantara type of material here in the seats, which I think is pretty cool looking. Let's go ahead and crawl inside. Coming back here, I'm 5'11", so I have plenty of room based on where the seat's at. Of course, coming over here, you do have your cup holder armrest, and down in here, of course, you have you got your own climate control for back here, plus 2 USBs. Here you see the sun/moon roof, and these are the mirror or windows I was talking about earlier. It lets in a little bit more ambient light. Of course, you got windows in the back, and you got these right here, which I think is a cool little touch. All right, coming up front, you get the same theme. You got the rivets, the tough plastic, but yet you still got the soft leather. Here you see the Meridian sound system. Up here you got your memory seats. You got your rear view mirror controls, window controls. Of course, here you got your V8. You got like a 12-point electric seat adjustment. And of course, you got the same seats. I've sat in them, they're very comfortable. Of course, down here, you got your hood release, parking brake, your performance pedals. You got storage right here, which is a soft leather going across here. Again, you got more of the rivets with which goes to the theme of combining luxury with off-road capability. Sitting in this, very nice and appears to be very functional. You got the suede leather steering wheel. Of course, you got the fender going across here. You got your display adjustments, radio controls. Over here, obviously, you got your lane keep assist, your adaptive cruise control, heated steering wheel. You got a very big digital display. Coming over here, you got your start stop. Here you got your gear shifter. Of course, you do have your metal paddle shifters here. Got your windshield wiper stock. Got your lights and blinker stock here. Coming over, you do have some storage. Okay, this isn't normal storage. You see the little snowflake there? This is a cooler. And when the car is on, this is cold as hell. It is, it's to keep your drinks cold. I mean, just feeling in there now freezes my hand. So I think that's pretty cool. Wireless car charger. Here you got more storage and you got this kind of rough textured plastic material with more rivets that gives us the, hey, I'm an off-road machine and you can't hurt me type of vibe to it. Of course, here you got your knobs, your various controls. There's your display. Coming over here, you got more little storage here. You have another USB here. So this thing is functional with several. You got USB, got a plug. Over here, you got Defender going across, which I think is a good touch. I've never seen a vehicle that screams off-road capability as well as putting in a lot of luxury like a suede steering wheel. And when I say luxury, just wait till I turn on the display and you'll see what I mean. This does come up with a heads-up display, and I don't know if y'all can see this, but the car itself is not on, and there's a Land Rover emblem in the heads-up display, and y'all probably can't see it, but I think that's pretty badass myself. Okay, I'm a sucker. What can I say? All right, everybody, let's crank her up. That V8 does sound good. Sounds really good. So here you see the digital gauge cluster. Of course, you got your RPMs on the right. You got your speed on the left. In the center, you can change. You got your info panel, display layout, trip selector, vehicle settings, tire pressure, auto apply 4x4 info, show your warnings. Of course, this is pretty cool. On the info panel here, you got trip summary, miles to empty. Here's your 4x4 info. You got front and rear lockers, driver assistant, a clock, and there's your empty panel, which usually I keep it on, so we'll go and keep it on that. So there you just have a picture of your Defender. I want to go over here and change the drive modes: eco, dynamic, comfort, grass, gravel, and snow. So switching into the low traction, mud ruts, sand. You can see the background changing with it. Rock crawl, wading. There's an actual wading function on this, and I'll show it to you on the bigger screen over here. But yes, you can actually wade, and then you got a configurable. We'll go ahead and just slap it in the dynamic because that's what we do here. All right, these weren't lit up earlier, so I really couldn't go through them, but here you see the knobs for the air conditioning. Got traction control. Looks like you got a low selector for mountains. Yeah, engage low range. AC, defrost. Here's where you can raise and lower your Defender on the suspension. So if you do raise it up, it says off-road height selected. You can feel it raising. You probably can't see it on camera, but I'll lower it. And then lower it, says normal height selected. And if I go one more past that, it says access height selected. So that's pretty cool, and you can actually really feel it, but you probably can't pick it up on the camera. So I will say this is one of the nicest looking displays I have ever seen. Come through here, your media, phone. Then you got your slope assist right here. Look at this. There's your compass. There's your wheel info on your front and rear lockers. There's your wade sensing. So you turn that on and it'll sense the water and the wade selection, so it will raise up. And I don't know the exact number of how much you can wade into the water. I want to say it's about 30 or 35 inches of water you can go into. Energy impact, we got the AC on. And of course, there's your driving and your economy. Very nice. Go back here to home. Of course, you got your valet mode, accounts, cameras, full 360-degree camera in this, 4x4 wade sensing. But this also has vehicle dimensions. It tells you the vehicle is set in the normal height, and then it goes right here and tells you what the actual dimensions are. You got 30.1 degrees front, 37 in the back, departure. I just thought that was pretty cool. And this is in meters. Put it in feet, 16.6 feet, wheel to wheel 910, mirror to mirror 611. So I think that's actually pretty cool. Let's check this low traction launch. Activate, ensure the following: vehicle stationary, foot off the accelerator. Maybe we'll try to get a 60 time of this. All right, everyone, here's the business end of this. This is a supercharged V8 that cranks out 518 horses and 461 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in 5.1 seconds, which I think is pretty quick for this vehicle. But let's be honest, this vehicle isn't all about speed. It's about going off-roading. It's about going through snow. It's about rock crawling, and it's about mall crawling, because it's damn sure nice enough to go mall crawling. And let's be honest, Land Rover is a status symbol, and people will buy them for that. But this engine is a power plant. You got 2 air intake going in here, giving fresh air to this V8, making sure it's got plenty of fresh air and plenty of oxygen to do its thing. even though this is just the cover, I think it's a pretty cool engine. You got the Land Rover badge here, you got supercharged here. I think it's a good look, and it definitely performs. There you have it, everybody. The Land Rover Defender 110 with the supercharged V8 engine in it. It's quick, it's capable, it's got capacity for small families. It does blend the, hey, I'm an off-road monster, I can go through anything, even 30 inches of water, but yet it still provides the luxury and the name cachet of Land Rover. I think it's a good vehicle. I was very impressed. This is my first one. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you like the Defender 110? And also be sure to click on the subscribe and the video button next to my left, and we'll catch y'all again. Remember, if you're in the back roads of Tijuana and you got a fun car or truck, go ahead and give it the business and see what she's got. Y'all have a good one. Talk to y'all later.